Hi, fellow viewers. There's a big question here. What is the actual family name for the group 8 element? Is it inert gases? Is it rare gases? Or is it noble gases? Over the years, chemistry students have been misusing these family names, right? So which of them is the actual name and why are they called that particular family name? Find out at the end of this video. Before we start, let's ask ourselves, what are group 8 elements? Group 8 elements are those elements at the last row or the last vertical axis of the periodic table. They are called group 8 elements because they have 8 outermost electrons or 8 valence electrons, except for the first member, helium, which has just one shell, so it has just 2 valence electrons. Apart from helium, all other group 8 elements has 8 valence electrons. So let us now break them down. Let's take each of these names one after the other and then see the reason why they should be called a particular name. First of all, inert gases. Are group 8 elements actually inert? Now, what do we mean by inert? Inert simply means those atoms that can't react. They can't react with other elements to form a compound. But over the years, study has shown that there are some of these group 8 elements that can actually react to form a compound. In fact, there is a known compound that has the formula Xe platinum and 6 fluorine. So this is a compound, it exists, and you can see a group 8 elements there. So since xenon is there, we can no longer classify group 8 elements as inert gases because some of their member or one of its member can actually react. So the name inert gas should be strike out. Now, what about rare gases? What do you mean by rare gases? Rare means something that you hardly see in the environment, the gases that you hardly see in the environment. But there is a member of the group 8 that is actually found in the environment, and that element is helium. Helium and argon. In fact, they are one of the group 8 elements that's actually found in the environment. In fact, study has shown that argon occupies about 1% of the atmosphere. So a gas that occupies 1% of the atmosphere, you can no longer call that gas a what? A rare gas. It is not rare. It is in the atmosphere. So helium and argon are in the atmosphere. So for this reason, you can no longer call that family rare gases because one or two of its members is now in the environment. So they are no longer rare. So the name rare gases is what? Is not correct. Now, what about noble gases? What do we mean by noble gases? From the word noble, when we say somebody is noble, it means that the person is what? Is rich. The person is satisfied, right? But in this case, since you're talking about atom, we mean that these elements, they are satisfied in their electron. It means that they have a complete what? Electron. They have a stable electron. They have a complete valence electron. And we all know that group 8 element has what? A stable octet what? State. Meaning they have 8 electrons in the outermost shell. But that of helium that has just one shell attains the duplex state. So the name noble gases is the best name to call, or the best family name to call the group 8 elements because all the members of group 8, they are stable. They are noble, means they are rich. Rich in what? Rich in electrons. So they don't have more or less electron. So they are stable electron. In fact, all other atoms try to attain this stability that the noble gases have. So the right name to call the group 8 elements is not inert gases, it is not rare gases. Instead, they are called noble gases. Hope you learned something today. If you enjoy watching this video, make sure you subscribe to this page. Also follow this page and like. Drop a comment and share your view. Thank you and have a nice day.